Hey everybody, I'm Whitney Wade from Plant Grow Eat, and I am excited to help you guys get started on home gardening. I teach in a few different schools, I work in a few different homes, and the thing is that the schools are closed and people are going out less and less. My kid is the camera person right now who is making faces behind the camera, thank you. So here are the basics. I want to break this down into the simplest way. It's not overwhelming. It's not anything that you need to kind of overthink. It's incredibly simple. So, for example, we need a container. I like to work in containers. We have more control over the soil. We have control over the water. Frankly, the soil in the land in the San Fernando Valley, which is where we are in Los Angeles, is sandy and clay and limestone, and it's not the greatest thing to grow directly in. Especially if you haven't really amended it with a lot of soil amendments and organic matter. So I like to go container style, and these are some kits that I have that I actually offer, but that's not why I'm doing it. Why I'm doing this is to relieve some of our stress, get us out in the open, get us out within our community. We have the ability to share and grow some food. So, for example, containers. I happened to save this cream cheese tub the other day. I poked some holes in it with some scissors. Every container needs to have holes for drainage. Otherwise, as the kids will say, the plants will drown. And we don't want the plants to drown. So, for example, this cream cheese tub could actually grow a little bit of lettuce. My kid had a science project last year, so these are some clay pots that I found under the kitchen sink from the science project that I figured I'd recycle at some point. So here's where we're recycling. Keep in mind that when you have a drainage hole, it will drain wherever you have it. You're going to want to find a sunny spot, which can be in a window, it can be on your balcony, it can be on your steps, it can be on your front porch, it can be if you have a home, it can be wherever. But it will drain, so make sure to keep that in mind and have an accompanying dish that you can catch the excess in. I also, with these galvanized steel tubs, I drill holes in the bottom of these so that they make sure they have drainage, proper drainage. And I just use a regular drill bit. I also have a special drill bit that goes into metal, but you can do it with a regular drill bit. If you do choose to build a raised bed, say you have some scrap wood laying around your house like I did to make this beautiful table, then I want to just stress, if you build a square right here on your lawn, you're going to want to put some landscape cloth on the bottom so that the grass and the weeds don't continue to grow and then ultimately compete for your vegetable space. So landscape cloth is available at your big box stores or wherever. And also the point that I want to make is that I don't want to send you out to go shopping. I want you to be creative. Look at what you have around your home. Look at what your neighbors have. I saw someone with a Facebook post who said that they asked a relative, oh, do you have an extra bag of soil in your garage? I happen to have an old bag of soil in my backyard. Now, I'm a gardener, so I have a lot of old bags of soil and stuff laying around, but you'd be surprised when you start thinking about it. So for example, if you do happen to go out to buy soil, I like buying soil that says organic, that has a picture of vegetables on it. I'm not particularly loyal to a specific brand, but it's something that's rich. Potting soil, garden soil, for that matter, if you have a bag of lawn topper laying around, that'll do for our purposes, because what we're trying to do is just get going. So then from there, you'll need either seeds, or if you happen to be out and around, seedlings. And the size of your container is going to dictate how much you can grow. So for example, this is a little 10-inch galvanized steel bucket. You can see it's got a hole in the bottom. I've got some soil in it, and I've got 3 different types of lettuce growing in here. However, you can see in this, you can grow one type of lettuce and see how big it gets. In this tub, this is an oval. I've got some oregano, 3 types of lettuce, a green bean, a cucumber, which are bush type because they grow a little bit more compactly, and some parsley. And then in this 12-quart bucket, I have a tomato, which will need a stake, a basil, and a parsley. Over here, I have my salsa tub, which is a tomato, a green onion, a cilantro, and a jalapeno. Now, if you do get a tomato or a pole bean or a vining cucumber versus bush bean and bush cucumber, you can either stake it up, or depending on where you're putting your tub or container, you can let it drape down and it'll grow like down a set of stairs, or it'll grow in front of the bucket on the ground if you leave it there. So seeds, seedlings, container, soil, and then also ultimately my prized garden tool are my household scissors. I use these to trim away any kind of sick or yellowing leaves, which happens in nature, but we'll talk about that stuff later. I'm just talking about, here are the supplies that I use. If you do end up staking anything, you'll need some string, but you can use a baggy tie, anything you have at home. And then I don't think for this scale, you'll actually need a hand shovel. You can use a spoon, you can use your hand, get dirty. Working in the dirt actually builds your immune system. So let's try to get healthy. Let's save the planet. Let's grow our food. And until next time, we'll do this. Thank you.